Here's one for you.
Go on.
Like insect facts and stuff.
Go on.
If a man was a flea...
You could jump over St Paul's Cathedral.
No.
What?
Wrong. It's gone up now. It's... the big wheel. The big wheel.
It's
the Millennium
gone up
Wheel.
now. It's gone up now. Play a record. You're the best.
Was what should people put on their cassette tape compilation inlay card?
It's illegal.
They're not allowed to do.
It's illegal.
I agree they're not allowed to do that.
Right.
But I was offered. You'd asked me to tell them what they should put down, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the track we played was recorded by REM.
Yes,
right.
it was.
Not Clique. So
No,
don't
that's
write
right.
Clique down.
No, write REM down.
Exactly.
How are you spelling that?
That's correct.
How are you spelling that?
That's capital R, capital E, capital M.
Right.
Right. And you want to put down the name of the track as recorded by REM.
Yeah.
They've called it Superwoman, right? I don't care if it's really called Superman in the world of the
Oh,
Clique.
no, I'll stop you there.
In the world of the Clique, it might be.
You don't care if it's really... Well, you have this argument. You do care, or you wouldn't be arguing.
No.
You do care. No.
No, you're saying I'm wrong.
You are.
I'm not wrong.
It's called Superman.
Only by the Clique it's called Superman.
No.
By REM it's called Superwoman.
No, they can't. They can't. No,
They can do what they want.
Sometimes they call it Superman. Make your mind up, at least.
They call it Superwoman.
Are you sure they're called REM? Or have they changed that?
They call it Superwoman, you tosser.
How are you spelling that?
That's SUPERWOMAN. You idiot, you fat imbecile!
Foo Fighters. All my life on XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, and of course Karl Pilkington. Ooh, have we got a show for you today?
What have we got planned?
Loads of stuff, and 2 hours of it.
Right.
And all the records.
Specifically, what sort of stuff have you planned for us? Because I know you've been
What have
working
you done?
hard.
What have you done?
Because you know, I've been busy this week. I've been house hunting. I've got various things, but I know you've had the whole week off.
Right.
So what have you been up to? Right?
Go on, Karl. Karl, tell them what we've got. Tell them what we've planned, all the stuff you've done.
What have you got?
But Rick, specifically, what have you come up with? Quick, because people are getting bored. Tell us what you've...
I've come up with, the music.
Right. Obviously we've already planned that. We planned that last week, so that's all done. But what have you yourself contributed to today's show? I
got a text message today from Ross Noble. You know Ross Noble, the comedian, who's on. Have I got news for you?
Right.
He says, ask Karl if he woke up with ladies' boobs, would he just put a dress on and live as a lady, or would he just be a man but with these boobs?
Karl, it's a good question. I know that happened to Ross, so he's throwing that one out at you.
It did in a way, because he ate pizzas for a year, didn't he?
Yes, he did, yeah.
And he got a lovely pair of breasts.
Yeah.
Go on.
Probably just find a loose-fitting jumper, go to the doctor's.
What would you say to the doctor? How would you explain this phenomenon to the doctor? So you'd be happy with this because you believe in shite, like
No.
happening. Go on.
But it can happen, because I told you a couple of weeks ago how it can happen. How you can wake up with breasts if you're a fella. I told you.
Go on.
Haven't you remembered?
No, funny that, isn't it? Go on.
Have you, Steve?
No, I don't remember this. Did you tell us on air?
Yeah. It can happen if you go to Argentina and have a steak. You can wake up with breasts. Because
I'm sure I'd have remembered that.
Pull the other one. Look, he likes that.
Is that what you've come up with this week? That joke?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Play a record. It's going to be a dynamite show.
Songs you want.
Listen, look, I'm going to play some classic tunes today. I'm going to educate the youngsters, Steve. Right, now, you've all heard of Lou Reed, you've all heard of Velvet Underground, but, you know, have you heard of Venus in Furs, Karl?
Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather.
Just animal facts. I remembered one in the week.
Go on.
There was, do you know them two gay American men who have tigers?
Well, they're not necessarily gay.
No one actually knows if they are gay or not.
They are.
Alright.
Okay,
Well,
yeah. Gilbert and George, is it? No, that's those artists.
Yeah.
They're called Siegfried and Roy.
But anyway,
Who may or may not be gay.
Yeah, and if they are, so what?
And if they are, so what? But if they're not, and they don't...
I just said that so you knew who I was talking about.
Sure.
Okay, the two gay ones,
Those
yeah,
are
go
the
on.
Two possibly gay guys.
Yeah, let's not worry about libel law anymore then. Yeah,
if you
go on.
shave a tiger's head...
Whoa. Right, okay. You've got to treat that sentence with a lot more reverence than you did. Think what you're saying. If you shave a tiger's head...
Not just its head, its whole body.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
So I thought you were getting weird. Go on then, yeah, if you shave a tiger, yeah, go on.
It's still stripy underneath. The skin's...
Is it like rock?
It goes all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Where did you hear that one?
I remembered that, like, I was
Was
watching...
that a drunk just shouting it in the street?
I shaved a tiger and it's still stripy. Get out of here. Yeah.
I must make a note of that, thanks, Carl.
Yeah, that's an interesting fact. Well, you know a polar bear? Polar bear's skin is actually black, and its fur is transparent, not white, and it gives the illusion, so it gets all the radiation possible from the sun, but it's still camouflaged.
I didn't understand that, Rick. Sorry, you lost me. If its skin's black,
a polar bear's skin is black,
and its fur is translucent,
and its fur is translucent.
So why is it white when we?
Well, it's just because the light hits it and
the sun reflects on.
Yeah, and it makes it look white. Yeah, so if you look at each individual hair, it's actually translucent.
So at night it would be black.
Well, everything is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, not bright stuff, Rick. You've embarrassed yourself. Play a record. Oh, I know all about animals and stuff. Do you, Rick?
Step on my old size 9 stereophonics.
Absolutely.
Well, talking to Neil, it all brought it home. You know, maybe I should give it a little bit back.
Yeah, you've had a good year.
I'm hanging out with Jonathan Ross.
Exactly.
I'm doing ads, right? But I care. I'm still in touch. You know what I mean? I'm still down with it, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's coming up to the time of year where we should, you know, care about people less fortunate themselves. And what I've done, I've recorded a Christmas single.
That's beautiful.
And all proceeds are going, you know, to, you know, little sick people and that. And
are there going to be any proceeds?
There's going to be not a sausage.
Right.
So I'm safe.
But I'll tell you this, I was thinking actually, I was listening to this morning, and you go in, I was doing some Christmas shopping, you go in the shops, and there's always, you know, Walking in a Winter Wonderland, and all those songs. You know, no one writes those sort of things anymore.
No. Well, you're wrong, Steve.
Really?
Listen to this.
What's it called?
Don't Cry, It's Christmas.
Let's hear it.
Don't cry, my baby, Santa's coming soon. Though you ain't got a mommy or daddy, Santa still loves you. And he's riding on his reindeer to trample down the gloom. So don't cry, my baby, Santa gonna make it soon. Don't cry, my baby, Santa's feeling kind. Though you know you never see him, he's not just in your mind. And it's not that he's invisible, it's because you're going blind. So don't cry, it's Christmas, Santa's still on time. Don't cry, my baby, Santa's on his way. You know he's got 6 billion children, and he's only got one day. You've got slightly less than that. If I were you, I'd pray. So don't cry, it's Christmas. You're nearly 10, it's a little gay.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's already become a standard. One of the classics. We've got another question here, which I suppose in some respects is along the same lines. Do you believe in the notion that history is written by the victors? And consequently...
Well, don't tell him what the upshot of that is.
No, I was going to say, and consequently, what does that mean?
Yeah, sorry.
And consequently, what does that mean for history, as we understand it?
Just that stuff's written by the people who won it, type thing.
Won what?
Won whatever they did.
But what yeah. But
well, if it's a war, the ones who won it wrote it. But of course you're going to do that. That's what you do, isn't it? You shout about it if you win something. If you lose, you go, oh, don't talk about that, it's depressing.
No, doesn't mean that at all.
Because they're not around.
Well, it means very often if someone has conquered a nation or set up a dominance somewhere, that they keep an eye on what goes out, what's, you know, propaganda or whatever, or what's taught in schools, you know.
But it's even more significant than that, because it comes down to the very, very minute pieces of information that we see in every walk of life, you know. Prior to black people having their freedom when they were slaves, history, or the history of black people, was not being written by black people. Therefore, it was always seen through white eyes, which often explained, justified, or excused, or dismissed, or didn't even mention many of the abhorrent things that happened. So it's hugely significant. I suppose you can bring out 2 books, you know,
I mean, there's loads of books, isn't there? I brought one out. If I can get one out, let the losers bring one out. Is what I mean. Just let everyone have a book, and then you decide. You know, let people decide which one they want to read. I think they did it with some story where it was like you decide the end.
Okay, that was largely a pointless exercise, wasn't it?
He's got no idea.
Say, like, if seals died out, right? Would that be a problem?
We've done this.
We've been through this before, Karl.
Everything has a knock-on effect.
Even a seal, that's sort of in between something already. It's between a fish and a dog, isn't it?
I knew you were going to say dog. It's not between a fish and a dog. What do you think evolution does? Fish to dog.
Understand it. Maybe
what do you mean it's between a fish and a dog?
I'm just saying
it was a perfectly evolved mammal that re-entered the water, I imagine, and then got streamlined and... I mean, it's between a fish and a dog.
But why not have one and the other? Why not have, like, you know, you've got a dog, you've got a fish.
No, it's not between a fish and a dog. It's not between a fish and a dog. I don't know what between means. I don't know what...
This is it again about saving everything all the time. What is it doing? What's he doing? Everyone's feeling sorry for him all the time. Save the seal and all that. What's he doing? Why are we saving it? Let's just ask that question. What's it doing?
I don't know what to say. It's between a fish and a dog.
Actually, speaking of headlines.
Oh, here we go. Okay, look, yeah, imagine if Pilkington was on News at 10, okay?
We should just explain, you cannot be bothered to read an entire news story. You get everything you need from the headline, don't you?
Well, I think it's enough. I think if they did...
Well, let's see if this is enough. Let's see if Trevor McDonald just read this on the News at 10, it'd be shorter and you get back to the football, whatever. Yeah, there we go. And here is the News at 2:15 with Karl Pilkington. Bong!
Man who walks backwards around lake falls in.
Bong!
Chinese woman eats dirt.
Bong!
Man lives in rubbish dump for 10 years.
Brilliant. Bong.
Czech family says they've got a rabbit with 3 knobs. Right?
Right. Done. Sorry, can you just read a little bit more of the Czech family with 3 knobs?
Just about a family.
Not read it to yourself. Read it out on air.
Just about.
He can't read it to himself. I told him to read it to himself. We still hear it.
No, he was, because I could see his lips moving.
Go on.
Just this fella who had 3 rabbits.
Right, just think of this is Trevor McDonald.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on, Karl. Okay, oh, here's the news. Right, good, brilliant. Go on.
There's a fella. He's got 3 rabbits and that, and then he checks them out. Right.
Yeah.
2 of the rabbits have got 2 knobs each.
Right.
And he goes, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Sure.
And they're throwing them around, sort of, showing them around the family and stuff, saying, look at that, that's weird. Picks up the 3rd one, it's got 3.
Yeah.
So they ate the 2 with 2, because they thought they'd best keep the 3rd one, because a little bit lucky in that.
Yeah.
It is lucky, 3 knobs there, yeah.
Now here's the sports news, and that's how it would work. I saw some bloke the other day in a meeting, and on his desk, he had a picture of his kids who were twins, right? And they looked alike, and he did that thing of dressing them the same, that sort of thing that I said, annoys me, right? And I sort of said, you've only got a small desk, just have a picture of one of them. He looked at me like I was mental.
That's amazing.
It's not. I think it's it's sort of common sense.
You know what you've come up with there? No solution to anything. That's what you've come up with there. You've come up with the best no solution I've ever heard in my life.
Or it's solutions to problems that don't exist.
No, because more room on the desk, isn't it?
Yeah. It's no solution to a problem that didn't exist in the first place. Well done.
3 holidays Karl's had last year.
Yeah.
I'd love to have 3 holidays. You've got to start putting the work in there.
2 holidays though.
No, you had 3 holidays. You went away with Suzanne and her parents.
Yeah, well that doesn't count.
It does count. If you book 2 weeks off the firm and you go away and you go, how was your holiday? Go, well, it didn't really count, it wasn't a really good holiday. Can I have them days back, please? My New Year's resolution is to be nicer to you, but talk sense. You've already broken that. No, but talk sense. Talk sense. You've had 3 holidays this year, and I'm just saying, you're in your 30s now, and 30s is when you should be really putting the work in.
That's true enough.
To reap the benefits in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100.
Karl, what's your New Year resolution? What about think before you speak? It's worth. I mean,
see, I'm allowed to laugh. I'm allowed to laugh at things other people say, Carl. That one. That is a good suggestion. How was your holiday, Carl?
It was alright.
Right, brilliant.
But that I don't see on the ratio of good to bad in Carl's mind. That might be amazing because we never
It might be amazing,
the basis of anything.
I'll tell you what. Can we have a cracking little tune and then come back and hear about Carl's holiday?
I'd love to do that.
Let's keep it tight. Yeah. How fussy was Carl as well with the tea? He talks about you with the chairs. He was looking at what tea bags there were. I went, oh, PG tips. Oh, okay.
It's a bit strong, PG.
I can't believe you've got a favourite tea bag.
What's your favourite tea bag?
Twinings English breakfast.
Can you really tell the difference?
Yeah, I can. I've done like a little test on it, because my mate was saying, oh, it's rubbish, it's all in your head. And he had a selection of tea bags. We had nothing else going on. He said, right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make 3 teas. And he used Tetley, PG, Twinings. Straight away I got the Twinings, straight away.
Party time.
Yeah.
Party time in the Pilkington household.
Oh, man alive.
Oh, when was this? How old were you?
Oh, it was just going back a few months. I was like a Jilly Goulden, just sort of having a little. You can tell by the smell of a PG because it's strong tea. That very strong. Twinings is quite fresh and light. Tetley was just the one in the middle. Can they get their money back if they have paid for this? Can they get their money back? And
I like my money back.
Illegally download it with the
this
people.
This isn't for the thing, is it? We're just having a chat.
Oh, we can tell, like the tea bags, we can tell the quality podcasting from the rubbish, can we?
We'll take this out. If this is still in, then it didn't go well. Right then. So let's start now. Let's start. Right. Cat Stevens from the Catch Full at 4 album, Sitting. Little interesting fact for the nerds. We got it down to 2 songs to do this intro music to The Office. It was that one and Handbags and Glad Rags. We went for Handbags and Glad Rags. Interesting, isn't it?
It is a fascinating fact, except of course I still feel we should use that one, except we couldn't because Cat Stevens' People wouldn't let us, or it was too expensive or something.
I don't know. We re-recorded Rod Stewart one. That was too expensive.
I still prefer that one.
Yeah. Difficult.
Decisions.
Anyway,
decisions.
That's ridiculous. Right. 5 facts. Right. 1 is totally made up. All right.
Just do 3. 3. And
oh well, there's okay. Right. Oh, let's see. What shall I do then? There are more moves.
Carefully planned.
There are more moves possible in a game of chess than there are particles in the universe. You can't get any colder than liquid nitrogen. I think it's -273. You can't, and it's impossible to get colder than that. The honey badger has got skin so loose that if you grabbed it by the neck, it could come away from its skin, turn round, and bite you out of its anus.
That's ridiculous. Right, Rockbusters then. Wrapping it up.
It needs some work, that game, but I see it's got a lot of mileage. 50 Cent, 21 Questions, new single from him.
Well, me and Carl got a joint favourite lyric now. I love you like a fat kid loves cake.
Yeah.
That's great, isn't it? I mean, I like it because it's funny and humorous and cheeky. You like it because it means something, don't you? You think that that's the absolute truth. If someone was to say that to you, that would be the most romantic thing they could say in it, because it's...
No, I'm just thinking you know what it means. It's like the Elephant Man. Right? The Elephant Man, that's what it's called. Again, you know what you're going to get. The fat kid loves cake. You've said it all, you don't have to say any more.
I can't believe it. I'll tell you what made his day the other day.
I love it.
Jonathan Ross said The Elephant Man is one of the best films ever made.
Yeah. Endorsed by a celebrity.
I know. Well, by a film buff, really.
It is good though, isn't it?
It is a very good film, yeah.
We have got Cheeky Freak of the Week.
Right.
There's been a lot of stuff going on this week.
In the freak world?
Yeah.
Has it really?
Yeah, there's loads. I mean, stuff that we can... The one that hasn't made it.
God, this is what it hasn't made it, so we judge it on that. Go on.
There's a woman, right? Do you know how, I mean, in a way I thought Elephant Man, it was a bit tight because, you know, they sort of took him on a freak show, did a bit of a road show with him and stuff.
Yeah.
There's some woman, I think she's in India, like now, who, makes a lot of money because she's got 3 legs and, like, 7 toes, stuff. And she was saying, people pay quite a lot of money.
Not Squiddy Patel.
It's not that much money, like, compared to here, but over there, it's like loads of money.
Sure.
and all you do is you go around to her house and you pay this lot of money, and people just go, oh, look at that.
Extra leg.
Extra leg.
Right.
It's quite a lot of money in that.
So she hasn't even got to go out on the road anymore, like in the old days.
No, that's what annoyed me. It's like, well, you could get to them faster. You go and see them if they're paying the money.
Sure.
But yeah, there's...
What she could do is go in and buy a pair of shoes, right, and then nick one on the way out, because they only put one out, don't they?
Good idea.
So she could get, 3 for the price of 2.
Just one of the many perks of having 3 legs.
Just one of the having 3 legs. The other one is, keepy uppy. But she'd be good at that, wouldn't she?
She just stays at home and puts the feet up.
Can I just give you a little fact here? Someone's emailed in for you, Carl. They've sent an interesting fact for you. I think you're going to be interested in this. Don't read it on the email. Let me read it for you. I think you'll be excited. An interesting fact from Carl. That's from Toby. He says, Attila the Hun punished some fella who annoyed him by cutting off his arms and legs. You'll love this. And stitching his arms back where his legs should be. And vice versa. Look at his face. Look at the little smile that's just cracked on his lips. That is the kind of fact you've been waiting for all day, isn't it?
So go on, again, so...
Attila the Hun, right? Some guy he didn't like. He cut off his arms and his legs, and he stitched his legs on where his arms should be, and his arms where his legs should be. Look at him looking at his body, trying to picture it.
Yeah. I'll let it sink in for a little while, then I'll ruin it for him. Carl, what are you thinking?
I'm just picturing it.
Right, he would have died. It would have been tokenistic. There's no way that person could have lived through it. So, it was just for Attila the Hun's fun. He probably put him on a stick outside his gate or something. There's no way in those days that he could have gone through complete limb amputation and...
So would he have wore a jumper for pants?
Who's the winner of the competition?
From Walthamstow, it's Joe Ogden. Well done, Joe. You got the correct answer, which was what? The
fellow with 2 heads, that number 50.
Number 50. Is that it? Are we off?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Right. Cheers. More of the same drivel next week.
Bye. Bye.
Can't stop the spirits when they need you. This life is more than just a read-through.
Ooh, those chili peppers are quite hot. Can't stop. XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Alright.
Karl, you know what the time is? Bong. Monkey news.
Yeah. Right.
Imagine if Trevor McDonald started like this.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of stuff going on that with monkeys.
Oh yeah.
I was mentioning earlier how we sort of making the feature grow a bit, right? So I'm thinking, I haven't told you, Steve, either. I've actually been asked to write a thing about monkeys.
A poem?
No, for a magazine called something Apes.
Right.
They want me to do like a column, 500 words
about monkeys.
Anything I want on monkeys. Anything.
What are you going to write?
Don't know. Think about it.
Well, give him a typewriter. I come up with Shakespeare eventually.
Yeah. But you could write about that. Why didn't you write about that? The fact that you don't believe it. You don't believe that an infinite number of monkeys could type with Shakespeare.
Because you reckon most of them hadn't read Shakespeare, so they wouldn't know some of the spellings.
Exactly.
It wouldn't happen.
You idiot. Get on with it.
All right.
There's been a few things, but one that springs to mind is they found a load of monkeys somewhere. Right?
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine this if this was news.
Yeah.
Go on. Where?
I
Somewhere.
think it was in
17th century?
It doesn't matter that bit. Right?
Okay.
Found a load of monkeys that are having a good chat.
Go on.
They're having a good chat. All right.
They found monkeys that can talk.
Yeah.
They've worked out. They've got about 534 different words that they're using to have a chat about stuff.
More than you.
Yeah. What do they chat about then?
Just things that monkeys are worrying about. Just where do you get that from?
Who does your hair?
You going over there again, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
Sorry, you can't just leave that.
No. I'm just intrigued. I'm just intrigued to know what else. Is there any?
No, I mean, that
were they discussing the humanity? Did you see that programme on Channel 5?
Yeah.
He can walk upright.
Yeah.
good,
But I mean,
Did you see how well
do you mean
hung he
they taught them? They taught themselves this language.
Yeah.
Where is this? In the wild? Is it? Not sign language.
It's
but
in some jungle somewhere. They found these monkeys. He heard some explorer was over there, cutting through the woods and that.
And he heard his name, and he thought, "That's what he went. What do you want, Ronnie?" It wasn't me. I didn't say.
Yeah.
I didn't say, "Oh, Snodgrass, where'd you get that gun?"
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's only me and you here.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
No, it's not weird. It's not true.
Well,
right, come on then. What's next?
Once again, but what I'm thinking. Well, I mean, that did happen.
So, well.
Oh yeah, Bobby Womack across 110th Street. It's great, isn't it?
That's a lovely feature.
And that's the first feature. Ooh, that film sounds good.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant, yeah.
I'm thinking of actually bringing out maybe a compilation of.
I'd love to hear it.
Song for the lovers.
What sort of things can we hear? Can we expect in the future? 'Cause I know you're a big fan. This is brilliant. He bought the soundtrack to the film Braveheart, which is just kind of let me just explain. Which is just kind of big orchestrated numbers, right?
James Horner.
As far as he's concerned, that's classical music. He's got a classical music CD in his collection. It's the music from Braveheart.
I sit there and I think, yeah, mate, I'd probably sort of lead my people's.
Yeah,
you know.
He's obsessed with Braveheart. He actually sort of relates to William Wallace. He actually thinks, yeah, that's the sort of thing I'd be doing.
Yeah. It is. No.
What was it you were working out to the other day as well? He's got like a personal like gymnast or whatever. What's it called? Is it a gym expert? A trainer? You've got a personal.
I box with this bloke.
Yeah, he goes boxing in like some underpass somewhere. Right? Every day. Every single day. He goes boxing, right? And what was it you were training? What did you tell me you were training to this week?
God.
What music did you have on?
Oh my God. I have actually. Now I never did this, but I have actually gone red, haven't I?
Yes.
Right.
It's very hard to embarrass.
I was working out and training and boxing. Oh my God! You're gonna have to play a record after this. To the Rocky soundtrack.
To the Rocky soundtrack. He's bought, right, a CD which has got the best music from all of them. Now, was it Eye of the Tiger, or was it...
It starts up with Eye of the Tiger, then it goes, Hearts on Fire. That's me sort of red as well. Then it goes, dun 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 dun.
Does any of your training with your trainer, does it ever involve you running through snow with a log chained to your back, like in Rocky
and helping? I was often have to help Russian peasants because their cart horse is like falling over, but I lift it up. Whereas the other fella, he's training in a posh gym having injections. I'm not. I'm just like breaking rocks and punching dead cows.
Where'd you get that from?
It's handy, wasn't it?
Put it on.
No, what is it?
That's the.
He can't hear because put your headphones on.
Why was it?
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah.
That's magnificent. Yeah. That's now Ricky Gervais's theme tune.
Yeah.
Every time we start the show, we should just start with that.
Win, Ricky, win.
Carl, you went to Habitat this week, didn't you?
You're not going to believe this, Steve.
Go on.
He told me this. No.
Do you know I told you about those lads at school with big heads?
Sure. Yeah, the big head lads. Yeah.
Right.
And the web feet.
Yeah, webbed hands.
Webbed hands, was it?
They weren't there, were they?
They weren't there, but you know, like Ricky was always saying, oh, they don't exist, they only went to your school, you know, la la la. It was in Habitat, there was only one sat on a sofa. Not one of the lads, but one of the... A big-headed lad.
What? Is that like, when you say a big-headed lad, is he like Frank Sidebottom big head? I mean, is it like...
Well, I don't know what it... This is why, you know, it'd be nice to...
You think it's maybe a medical...
Well, it'd be nice to, if there's a doctor listening, right?
Yeah, a doctor listening to X-Men, I'm thinking, I must phone up and fuel Carl's obsession with the deformed.
Yeah.
No, but it's not really deformed.
But how big is the head?
Probably, you see, it's weird how it's always kids who I see with it, so I'm wondering whether they have a full-size head,
right,
and then when they get older, it works out alright.
Like jumpers, my mum used to get me jumpers a size too big, so it'd last a year.
So, I'm just wondering if it's the same.
So how old are these generally? Are they not like adults? They're like kids.
Well, when I was at school there, I was probably about 7, and this kid on
And do they have to wear
Sunday.
any kind of apparatus to sort of keep their head from kind of, you know, not tipping them over or sort of staying upright? I mean, well, I'm just worried that the head's kind of too heavy for their body or something in there.
No, it's not that big.
Right.
It's just not right. You kind of go, you sort of do a bit of a double take.
Yeah.
Like the fringe isn't sort of, you know, just above their eyes, it's quite high up.
Sure. That sickens you, obviously. And is this something that repulses you slightly? Do you get
No, that'd be cruel.
No, sure.
But you know.
But it's not cruel to discuss it on the radio.
Well, it happens,
sure,
right? Sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'd just like to know what it is. If it's like a water on the head type
A water on the head type thing.
Like water on the knee.
Yeah.
But on the head.
On the head.
But, yeah, if anyone knows what it is.
Yeah. People with big heads.
Yeah,
and it's, okay.
It'd be good.
Good information.
So, what time are we doing?
You sure it was perspective? You sure he wasn't sort of leaning forward and he was really tall? So the top of the head looked quite big, but then it went to a little body, but really his body was a lot further away.
No, big head.
Yeah.
Just a big head. Rest of his body, fine. Face, okay, everything's normal.
You weren't looking at him in a kettle.
If you wore a hat, it'd be alright, but...
What do you mean if you wore a hat, he'd be alright?
You'd probably just think, oh, it's a big hat.
Yeah, well, what sort of hat?
So you look like a 10-gallon hat.
Yeah, that would go down onto his shoulders with 2 eyes cut in it.
Yeah, like something from the Ant Hill mob.
Yeah, Michael Bentine's potty time.
Yeah.
How would a hat help him?
Yeah. Are you sure this wasn't a Diddy man?
I'm not being mean, I just want to know what it is.
No. Okay. Right. Well, if you are a doctor listening and you want to use your kind of free Saturday...
Not the doctor who phoned the bloke in America and said, where do I get blood from?
Sure.
Not that doctor, because I assume he's been struck off now,
Sure, give us a call and sort out the whole big head conundrum. What's the number?
08700 800 1234.
That's also the number to call if you have Bruce Springsteen tickets available. I will pay up to £47.
Don't do it. Go yourself. Don't give them to Steve for cost price. Make a little profit.
Oh, I mean, don't say to
Mickey.
You know what I feel. You've already ruined the bad thing. Don't ruin some more of my dreams.
But I'll tell you what, if you do get Steve tickets, he'll be so grateful that he will spend a bit of money on you, I imagine. You'll buy tickets and, give him something pretty special because you're earning now and,
Yeah. So, let me discuss that with them. I mean, let's not make any promises.
Got any presents yet?
I've received nothing yet. But then my parents haven't come up, and they're the ones that normally bring gifts.
Oh, yeah.
They are coming up later, and I always look forward to my, father's gifts.
Yeah.
Because they are remarkable. I don't know what he's thinking sometimes. I don't understand the logic. I mean, if I explain some of the gifts he's bought in the past, maybe you could figure out. I once opened, I think I was about 14.
Right.
And, I liked all the stuff that you like at 14, the ladies, obviously, pop music,
sure.
Fashion.
Yeah.
And that's why that's why he bought me, on audio cassette, the collected wartime speeches of Sir Winston Churchill.
It's a good gift. Did you listen to him?
Well, I'm not sure when you'd ever be in the mood to listen to that, to be honest. We'll Fight on the Beaches, all that.
All the classics, all the classic hits.
I don't know when you listen. I think unless you're under attack, I don't think you'd ever listen to that.
Did you not even listen to it?
I kind of stuck. But when are you gonna be in the mood to put that on?
No, but just because it was a gift.
But I always remember being once. This was.
But what if he tested you? Go, do you like track 4? Oh, some chicken, some neck. Oh, I love that, Dad. Yeah. But I think they're doing a remix.
But he said to me once. He said to me, "Never forget, son."
He didn't.
Yeah, and I went, I don't remember, Dad. It was mad, and it was like, because he was quite into sort of, but he was into like the military and all that kind of, and war history and stuff. So
are you allowed to tell an anecdote about your dad on radio? Can I just give you a clue, just in case? Can you tell the thing about the shed?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Too complicated. Too long.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I always remember this is true. I remember I had it on once because I just stuck it on because I thought I ought to. And my dad came in. He was pleased to see I was listening to it. And he was like, we just sort of stood there listening. And I always remember my sister coming in with one of her quite attractive friends. Teenage friends as well, like, and I'm a teenager as well, and it's like, and just this woman walking by, she goes to the same school or whatever, quite fit, and I'm just stood there with my father listening to "We All Fight Them on the Beaches," "Never in the Field of Human Conflict" of so many, and just remember looking at her as she passes. You've
learned it. It's rubbed off.
Oh yeah. Oh, Rick, if you're ever in a war situation and you need some morale, come to me.
Yeah, you'll just
you're right.
Quote me out. What about a little bit of White Stripes?
I've got some more gifts that I can tell you about afterwards.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Look forward to it.
This is Strokes, and last night we just had a call, didn't we, from Johnny Mango.
Oh yeah, Johnny Mango, yeah.
Yeah, old the Mankster. And he informed me that one of the Wurzels is dead, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ash Cutler, who was the lead man, I think.
Yeah, he said he died the most rock and roll death you can die. He said he was apparently driving on a terrible cocktail of cider and other things, presumably.
Yeah.
Apples and jams.
Yeah.
And he crashed into a tractor. Now, I wonder, is that true? JM's not winding me up.
Yeah,
I hope the Mango Boy's not having a laugh at me. Is that true? One of the Wurzels died by tractor. Did he? Is that true? So give us a call. What's the number again, Carl?
08700 800 1234.
If so, I'm sorry that I disrespected them. I didn't know.
Could you imagine?
Oh God.
If, right, say if like you're the driver of the tractor, and you kill someone, you go, oh God, I've killed someone, and then you look and it's someone famous.
Yeah, or Adge Cutler. Yeah, go on, what was your point?
No, it's just like, not
Terrifying,
only,
yeah.
it's like you've killed someone, then you look.
But
I mean,
yeah, I know what you mean.
And
actually.
what makes it even worse? And what makes it even worse? They were rich.
Yeah.
Oh, that
no,
would
but
be.
say if it was someone who's like really big in the world.
No, that is I quite like that. It's an interesting point, that.
David Bowie. At his best there.
Yeah.
Young Americans, can you hear me? You said it when the record was on, Steve. You're not going to hear this sort of eclectic mix of music anywhere.
Anywhere else, Rick?
We go from hip-hop to soul, to hip-hop and soul, to soul-y type hip-hop.
And then some soul-y hip-hop hit.
And Ash.
And the joy of it is, Rick, that if people are open-minded enough and broad-minded enough, as
Yeah.
I hope our listeners are,
Yeah.
they're going to be loving this.
And we played Early Alton last
We've
week.
done
We
all
didn't care.
sorts.
Tony. We don't care what he's done since or what he's like now.
We're not
If
interested in reputation.
I don't judge. I don't judge. You know what I mean? If they
Rick,
do a good track,
Can I
then
tell you this
let's
now?
play that track.
I am not interested in what people think's cool.
No, obviously.
No, I'm interested in what people think is good, Rick.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm interested in what we think is good.
I
Steve.
don't care about what women think is traditionally handsome.
No.
I play by my own rules.
Yeah, exactly. You do, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not in it for their amusement.
I'm not in this game for anyone's amusement.
No. Obviously not.
Jeez,
Now-
all these women with the, I want to be able to have a conversation.
Yeah. I want to have an orgasm.
Exactly.
You know what I
Hello?
mean? Yeah.
I wouldn't have said an albatross. 'Cause I was looking at one of them the other day, and I don't understand what they mean by that, because they're dying out. They say, they dive in the sea.
Oh, it's gone. Something happened in the brain. It went from the point we were making via an albatross, then it just shot off. It just ping like a pinball.
Well, let's hear, because it's going to be another good point.
No, it's just saying how, because I've never seen one, and they were saying, how would you feel if you never saw one again? And I was like, I've got by this long without it. It's not bothered me. But it was just sort of saying, what they do is they dive in the sea, sort of put their head under the water, see if there's any fish knocking about, grab one, get out again, right?
Yeah.
Go to land. I don't know if they're designed to do that.
Well, obviously they are.
No, because seagulls are, because you see them floating about. Now, what's happening is, they're doing that, but getting caught in nets.
Well, that's it. The net shouldn't be there. That's the point. They're totally adapted to their environment, but we came along millions and millions of years afterwards and stitched them up. It's not like people are going, well, the nets were always there. How did they evolve without getting caught in the net? We invented the net. We've only been knocking around for a few 100,000 years.
But what I'm saying is, it's that thing about animals learn by mistakes by other animals. You know, like the monkeys peeling potatoes.
Right. That's never happened. They go and put nuts in the salt water to salt the nut.
Whatever.
How does that get to peeling potatoes? Because in your head, they were working in a canteen.
Making chips.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It doesn't matter what the food is. I'm just saying how they know how to sort of prepare
I
that
love
food.
the fact that you don't care what the fact is. When you're discussing facts, that's all that matters. Otherwise, on Mastermind, they just go, who wrote Much Ado About Nothing? Dickens? Yeah, close enough, whatever, someone did. The fact is what matters.
Yeah, but with that question, that's got a straightforward answer. What I'm telling you is the way that animals work. If it's a potato or a nut, it's a foodage.
And once again, I return you to my question as before. What's your point? What point were you making?
I'm just saying an albatross will find food. If you're hungry, you find food or you change your diet. If you don't eat something else, you die out. Simple. Said before. If you want a pie, but they haven't got any pies, you have a pasty. alter your diet and an albatross.
Drastically. Yeah, pies radical. Yeah, you said completely changing my diet. No more pies. What are you eating? Pasty. Brilliant. I'm not going to eat quiche anymore. I'm going to have a tartlet.
Carl, come on. That was. Let's have some news. Let's do some proper radio. Have you? All your news comes from Ananover, doesn't it?
What will Dr. Fox do about now at 2 o'clock? He'd do some amusing news.
It's coming up for 2, and here is the news with Karl Pilkington.
Well, like I said, it's just headlines and that. I don't bother reading on if I like the headline.
And it's all from Ananover, not from a newspaper or...
It's not made up or anything.
No, okay then. Well, let's see. Okay, imagine Trevor McDonald doing this.
These are real news headlines.
Okay then. Wow, they're real to Karl. Okay, here we go. And here is the news with Karl Pilkington. Bong.
Man hid in wardrobe to avoid work.
Yeah, good.
Right.
Bong.
Teenager gets stuck in washing machine.
Bong.
Dutchman has 2 right feet.
Bong.
Cow hit by train lands on farmer's wife.
That is the real news to you, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
Oh, dude. I was just thinking the cow flying through the air, and the wife going, "Oh no! Oh dear!" Dutchman has 2 right feet.
Yeah, he's having some operation or something, and
they put the wrong foot on him.
He's got 2 right feet or something.
Well, maybe it was only a right foot that was available.
Good dancer.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah.
But that's weird you say that, because, you know, our trainer's the most important thing, because, like, you know all the problems in Africa.
Sure.
Right, a lot of problems going on there.
Yeah.
The other day, they're asking for people to send their spectacles to Africa.
Right.
Would you be happy if you were over there and, like, you're hungry and that? And then they say, here you go.
Well, yeah, but it must be for a reason. I don't think
they've got bad eyes and that.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think they go round. It's not like when you see those things on Live Aid and there's people dying but they're putting specs on them.
No, I think that's what it is.
No, it's not, Carl! They sort out food and medication before they put a little pair of specs on the lads.
That isn't how he came across in the advert.
I think they probably walk hand in hand. You know, the people handing out the food are also, you know, walking alongside guys with the specs and they're handing them out as well.
But what have they got to look at?
What?
They don't own anything. They'll realise how bad everything is. God, it's rubbish here, isn't it? I tell you, I try and help out the world. I've joined a little charity thing. They pay me £5 a month.
Yeah.
I'm all up for helping.
Yeah.
But sometimes you think, what can we do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What can we do?
Okay, what can we do?
We can't do anything.
Okay. Play a record.
We were talking about the debt the other day. I was reading up on the amount of debt that South Africa are in and that, and it's just like, that's without any shops. Do you know what I mean? If they had shops to spend the money on, there'd be murder.
That third world debt isn't because they bought too many smeg fridges from us. It's shopping. Look, who's been shopping? I have. Oh, well, you've gone over the top. You're on a budget now.
Yeah.
You're getting nothing but grain and blankets for the next year because you go mental. Who just spent
£1 billion in dictionary?
Oh God. Brilliant. I mean, the one thing I do like about this show, for all its faults, is the
honesty.
Yeah. I mean, that can be good and bad. I mean, some people think it's sloppy, arrogance, laziness, you know,
they'd be right.
Yeah. But I like to think it's honesty. It's like a peek into the mind and workings of Karl Pilkington. He just said to me, because he was shaking, because he said to me, and I quote, he said, he's just wittering to himself, I must remember to eat next time Suzanne's away.
I know.
I must remember to eat next time Suzanne's away.
No, but you did. I mean, I wonder if I lived on my own if I'd still be about. Because I just neglect myself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for all I've eaten
a lot of self-abuse. Is that what you're saying?
I had lasagna last night that I messed up. Right?
Why did you mess it up?
Cooked it for too long. It was like a brick. Right? And she called up and said, have you eaten? I went, yeah. She went, was it nice? What did you have? I said, lasagna. Was it nice? I thought, I don't want her to worry, because she's probably been out and had a good meal with all the work people.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say, well,
And she went, okay, fine. I go, that guy, yeah, I bet he cooked it like a brick. I bet he threw it away. Anyway, gin and tonic.
And I had Scotch pancakes for breakfast. That is all I've had. So I'm starving, I'm shaky. Plus I've got that restless leg syndrome still going on, which I can't get rid of.
What's restless leg syndrome?
I find, if I go to bed, right, my body's tired, but my legs aren't.
Are you like Michael Flatley?
You have to get up and do a bit of tap dancing.
Do they just keep going even when you're asleep?
Keep moving about, so I have to get up and stretch them or something. Or I've worked out that if I put a pillar on, like, the bedpost down at the other end, if I have my legs higher than my heart, it calms it down a bit.
Is this why Suzanne works away so often?
I don't know, it's weird.
To get a decent night's sleep.
I put it down to Smarties and that. It's like a sugar thing. But,
stop eating them.
Apparently Bob Mortimer's got it as well.
No, he's got arthritis.
Was he?
You told me in the week that you've mastered moonwalking.
Yeah, I can do that.
Is that one of the things you did, like, in the middle of the night?
It's moon sleepwalking.
Yeah.
He just gets out, he finds himself walking backwards and wakes up and goes, oh God, I'm brilliant at this.
Rick, I know you're a big fan of Professor Richard Dawkins, the evolutionary biologist. He wrote a book, The Ancestor's Tale, in which he predicted a post-human world. And this was his kind of hypothesis, if we were well, let me read what he's written. If nuclear war destroys humanity and most of the rest of life, a good bet for survival in the short term and for evolutionary ancestry in the long term is rats. I have a post-Armageddon vision. We and all the other large animals are gone. Rodents emerge as the ultimate post-human scavengers. They gnaw their way through New York, London and Tokyo, digesting spilled larders, ghost supermarkets and human corpses, and turning them into new generations of rats and mice, whose racing populations explode out of the cities and into the countryside. When all the relics of human profligacy are eaten, populations crash again and the rodents turn on each other, and on the cockroaches scavenging with them. In a period of intense competition, short generations, perhaps with radioactivity-enhanced mutation rates, boost rapid evolution. With human ships and planes gone, islands become islands again, with local populations isolated, save for occasional lucky raftings. Ideal conditions for evolutionary divergence. Within 5 million years, a whole range of new species replace the ones we know. Herds of giant grazing rats are stalked by saber-toothed predatory rats. Given enough time, will a species of intelligent, cultivated rats emerge? Will rodent historians and scientists eventually organise careful archaeological digs and through the strata of our long compacted cities reconstruct the peculiar and temporally tragic circumstances that gave ratkind its big break?
Karl, thoughts?
I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
This is probably the most embarrassing of those entrance stories.
Yeah.
I was down in South London once, went down to some party that was taking place in some kind of swanky bar, where there was a doorman on the front and a charge. I think it was something mental, like a tenner to go in. It was crazy. It was ludicrous. I don't know what I was doing down there. And I was in the queue.
We'll establish what you mean by swanky later, because that could be.
And it was a posh place.
Was it?
And so there's a queue outside, and there was one of these doormen who thought it was like kind of Studio 54. He was like sort of, choosing people who could come in. Yeah, you two come in now. And I've been there for ages, obviously.
Oh,
I was on my own because I got there late.
And clogged.
Exactly.
I've dressed up for this.
And there were these two girls next to me. I'm thinking, if I'm in a queue, I've told you before, if I'm in a queue and if I'm stuck with two girls, I'm thinking, what a great opportunity. Use the old merchant charm. Yeah. And so I'm there, and I'm sort of thinking, I kind of sort of give them a nod or whatever, a wink.
Yeah.
They're loving it.
Yeah. They move to the back.
They're putty in my hands, Rick, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, to really seal this off, I'll get us in. Like, I'll sort of skip the queue. So the guy's sort of coming along, he's picking people off, the doorman, and I just grabbed him. I just grabbed him like that. And I said it so everyone could hear. Right? And I thought this was brilliant. I said to him, how much is it? He went, 10 quid. I went, I'll give you 7. That was my bribe. I'll give you 7. That's the whole £3. No, that can't be right.
No.
He must have said a £5, and I said, I'll give you 7.
Yeah.
That makes more sense, doesn't it?
That's giving him a £2 incentive.
A £2 incentive.
That's it. I'll give you 7, you can make up the 10.
Exactly.
You can, if you let me in, you can put in 3 yourself, mate. That never works, does it?
He said to me, I can't be bothered, I'm just gonna have a kick, I think.
I'm so tired.
Was it percentages that put you off?
That frazzled me initially.
I mean, it's a funny anecdote when you're giving him £2.
Yeah.
It's even funnier when you're getting him
When
to
he's
put up
paying
stuff.
me as well.
Oh, I love it. Right, we're gonna play a record, then we're really gonna concentrate. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais Show.
Steve Merchant's also involved. Oh, go to bed.
Oh no.
Peace Train. Isn't that brilliant? Cat Stevens. Now, well, I've sort of enjoyed the last sort of hour or so after disappointment of the Sonys. I think we are going to give up, to be honest. Do another week and then shoot off.
Yeah, knock it on the head.
Okay, we were doing it for a laugh anyway. But
if they're not going to reward us for that, then
do you know what I mean?
It's not really worth it.
But I'll tell you what could. But what about this, Carl? Can you find out who was on the panel? Can you?
But what difference does it make?
Well, I want you to interview. I want you to phone them up and I want to tell them why they didn't think our show was any good.
Let them explain themselves.
Just explain themselves. They've got to stand by their convictions. Find them all, track them down. There's probably about 300.
What do you expect then?
I want to tell the truth.
No, you're right. The monkey news should have, done the job for you.
I just want people. I don't want to sit in a room and hide. I want the 3 people on the panel. I'll find them out to say we didn't vote for you because we thought it was shoddy, amateurish, annoying. There was too much swearing. I'll go, fair enough. Well done, mate. We didn't vote for you because Carl's voice is an irritant. Okay? Well done, mate. You're alright. We didn't vote for you because, Gervais, you're a fat, useless git who understands nothing about broadcasting. And your mate
know something.
yeah. And I'll go, right, I'm not so happy with that, but at least you told the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But get them on the phone. Find out from Andrew.
I noticed none of them have mentioned me, which is good.
I know,
They think I'm pretty good.
Yeah. They probably all love Steve.
No one likes to pick on an invalid. Though, do you know what I mean?
We got a player request here for what's her name? Don't leave it to Sonia, who's 18 today. We couldn't find William. It was really nothing but Smith because whoever is in charge of the library, they probably won an award for it. But she didn't ask for 4 non-blondes, so I found There Is a Light by the Smiths. So a week to go.
I'm not.
POD, or POD, as I call them. I don't.
No.
XFM 104.9. It's the Ricky Gervais Show.
With Steve Merchant?
Yeah. So Dermot O'Diddley,
Yes.
3 weeks and weeks in a row, he doesn't even turn up, and now suddenly he's all over breakfast.
I noticed, he's standing in for the breakfast show. Why weren't we asked to do that?
Well, we
What I'm
were.
saying. Were we?
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, but I don't want to get up that early, do I?
Sure.
I feel a bit hungover today, actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's happening? What were you partying last night, were you?
Well, not partying, we just went out for a couple of drinks, then had a meal, and then went to the Borderline and saw I'll tell you about that, it's good.
You saw a band? That's the first time in years, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, because do you know John Sim, the actor?
Not really.
He's in this band, right, called Magic Alex, and it was really good. They're sort of like a friendly Oasis. They got, it's quite mank sort of feel, but it's really good songs and everything.
Is he the singer?
Yeah, no, he's the guitarist, nice guy. But it was full of actors, and I felt quite tall.
That's ludicrous, because you're a very short man.
Well, I am. I'm sort of, I was average, but now I'm not, I don't think. 5'8", that's what. But there, I was like it was like Lilliput. So I just got to hang out at actors do.
This is the reason, because actors are often quite handsome people, but yet they're always quite obnoxious.
We are.
No, I mean, they're normally quite obnoxious, Rick. Again, you're a good example of that. And yet, I think it must be the small man complex. That's what makes them so obnoxious and so kind of desperate for attention. Didn't realise it before.
Steady on.
Because of course I tower above everyone.
You do, don't you?
I'm, for people who don't know, who are listening, I'm 6'7" tall. That's high.
Yeah.
That's
and for people who've never seen him, he doesn't hold it well. It's not like he's a sort of handsome athlete, is it, Carl? He's a bit of a, what would you call him?
Carl, don't answer.
No.
Don't get drawn into that. You know the game he's playing.
No. Do you know yesterday when you were in the office?
Yeah.
You did a little move, and it reminded me of Blakey.
Oh, I hate you, Gervais. Oh, I hate you, Pilkington.
That's his stance.
Yeah, but even he held it a little bit better, didn't he? Because he was a man, It had a big coat and everything, a peak cap. But, yeah.
I can't believe you. Like, I've not suffered enough from being freakishly tall. Now, two of my best buddies, live on radio, are just...
It's not just the height, though, is it? It's the posture and the face and everything.
But it's got you places, hasn't it?
No? What do you mean it's got me places?
I think people give you a bit more of a chance in your career and stuff. It's like...
Well, yeah, stacking shelves. Because I can reach to a high level.
As a special treat, a return, sort of like a summer special, an end of term, well, a gift to the fans. Karl is bringing back Rockbusters. No.
Do you want to explain it?
Rockbusters is basically blockbusters, completely ripped off, done with music, that may or may not be a cryptic clue, and may or may not be the actual band name, and may or may not be the actual letters he said they were in the first place.
Do you want to sort of describe one, though, in case someone's a new listener? And, like,
well, Exploding Pet was Atomic Kitten.
Yeah.
AK.
But basically, for those of you who are new to the show, this is the final show, Karl reads out what he considers to be a cryptic clue. It's not a cryptic clue, it's just some words. Just a string of words.
Yeah.
And from that, you are supposed to deduct the name of an artist, or a group, or a band.
We've had things like the Jamaican fella swinging a fish round, that was D-Trout Spinners.
D-Trout Spinners.
So that's that's the level of intellect you are getting from Karl Pilkington.
What was the
Just do the competition, what?
I was thinking, was it that she fell down in
Whitney
Texas?
Houston.
She fell down into a puddle in Texas.
On a knee, Whitney Houston.
Yeah, so you said it twice, it's not cryptic, so just do it, come on.
Right, so there's 3 of them, and you email in your answers. We've got some good prizes today and that. Right?
Well, let me say the prizes, They aren't bad.
Whiz through it, because this, you know, the competition's bad enough, let alone just listing. What's he got?
3 DVDs and about 6 CDs.
He's got the young ones and all that, lots of TV things, there's some great CDs, yeah, go on.
Right, so the first one, cryptic clue. This vegetable started life down under. Right? This vegetable started life down under. The initials KO. Right? KO. This vegetable started life down under. Second one, the things that you normally find on the beach, right, have been found floating around the moon. Right?
Yeah.
That's, I think it's TS.
How do you think it's TS?
Yeah.
You set the questions, but you're not sure.
So, the things you normally find on the beach have been found floating around the moon, right? And the last one, well, if you put that many in the post, I'm surprised I didn't receive one. Right?
He thinks they're great!
Well,
he thinks he's brilliant!
Well, you know, if you put that many in the post, I'm surprised I didn't receive one.
Is it acting? He did all them. Yeah.
The initials there, FC.
FC.
FC. Right? So you email in the answers, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
But now the answers to Rockbusters. Right, do the clues.
Alright, the first clue was this vegetable started its life down under. The initials were KO. That was Collie Osborne. Alright? Collie Osborne. The second one was...
No, what are we letting that go?
Yep, we haven't got time, Rick.
Well, it's just not the word.
We haven't got time, Rick.
Also, cauliflowers don't start down under. They're on top. It's not like carrots.
No, down under is in Osborne.
Osborne, born in Oz.
Osborne.
Right.
Collie. I thought you meant started. Her name's not Collie.
Right. The second one was the things that you normally find on the beach. Right. They've been found floating around the moon. That's the space shells. Right. Specials. We're going to just tweak it a bit.
This is rubbish. I mean, no, this isn't even funny though. I mean, they're no good at all.
Cryptic.
It's not cryptic. It's wrong. It's not cryptic.
The last one was well, if you put that many in the post, I'm surprised I didn't receive one.
Go on.
That's FC 50 cent. Right?
What?
50 cent. It was 50 cent. I didn't receive any, so he's...
Collie Osborne. Collie. Her name's not Collie. Her name is not Collie.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Well done to Gina Ferry, who has emailed in. She's got all those answers right.
Yeah, just emailing your address and that.
Yeah, email that.
You're such an idiot, Karl.
As are you, Gina.
Right. There's a
Oh,
program.
there's some tickets to give away later. I'll tell you what it is later. Go on. Who? I don't know. We're going to save it. It's a surprise. Go on, Carl.
Oh, have I ruined it?
No, go on.
Crack on, mate, crack on.
Yeah. There was a program about the body.
Sure.
And what is it, right? Barbie doll. Why couldn't that be real?
Yes.
Play a record, Carl.
I do know the answer, actually, I have to say.
What do you mean, why couldn't it be real?
If the Barbie doll was like a real person,
Right.
it wouldn't work out.
I don't understand the question! If you do, this is what worries me.
I don't understand the question.
Why do you understand it?
Because it's one of those facts which I've heard in the past, but... So therefore, because I know the answer, the question makes sense. But unless you know the answer, the question makes no sense.
Well, of course it doesn't.
That's what's brilliant.
Is it worth using for the tickets, do you think? Is it that good?
It's not a real question, Carl.
I don't think it can count, really.
It can't be a real
Why?
question. Well, because it's like one of those things about, a man went into a field and died. Why? You have to ask a question, you go, because his parents didn't know, but, well, I've got a million explanations. Okay, she'd be hollow. Do you know what I mean?
He's right, actually. There it is too vague. Why don't you give the answer, and then you'll understand what your question meant.
What was the answer?
She'd have to walk around on all fours, because...
No, physically, the proportions of Barbie could not be replicated on a real human woman, because she just couldn't have those dimensions.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But that you know what I mean? Yeah. Same goes for Fred Flintstone. Do you know what I mean? His head's half his body. It's a cartoon.
Right.
Don't have a go at Carl. He's the caveman. People love him.
Sorry.
God, you're
Have I
going
gone
to
too far?
alienate yourself.
I'd like some hip-hop, Steve, seriously.
laying into
I'd
it.
like some hip-hop, Steve.
We'll come up with a question. We're giving away some Incubus tickets later. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
It's time for Hip Hop Hooray! This is from...
Hooray.
Whoa. Hey. Yeah. Whoa. Hey, this is from De La Soul's 2000 album, not the current one. Artificial Intelligence, Mosaic Thump.
Yeah. They've changed a bit, haven't they?
They have, and a lot of people have dismissed De La Soul, but there's still some tracks you can dig out.
Not as jazzy, but this is a soul tip to this
This
show,
is a
isn't
wonderful
it?
track. This is With Me. Play it, Carl.
Carl, you haven't learned anything.
Well, that's not entirely true, because he's obviously learnt enough to have written a poem about some of these subjects.
Oh, I love his poems. Are you getting into poetry now, properly?
I really like it, yeah.
Is Carl going to read this for me, Steve?
If you want him to.
I think so.
I did one about my kidneys.
What was it called?
Didn't have a name, it doesn't need it.
Ode to a Nephron.
Right, I did two about jellyfish.
Excellent.
I don't like jellyfish. They're not a fish, they're just a blob. They don't have eyes, fins or scales like a cod. They float about blind, stinging people in the seas. And no one eats jellyfish with chips and mushy peas. Get rid of them. And then there's just a shorter one I did about a jellyfish. It would be spiteful to put jellyfish in a trifle.
Yeah, it certainly would.
So,
That's great! That's really good! Because it's jelly. He's done us this.
Yeah.
That's a really good poem. It would be spiteful to put jellyfish in a trifle.
yeah.
A little half rhyme.
Yeah.
Do you want the one about my kidneys?
Yeah.
For God's sake, me belly ache. The doctor said it's me kidney. He said he's got to stick a tube up me knob. I said, you got to be kidding me. For God's sake, knob ache.
Oh God! I'm sort of mildly disappointed that they're quite good.
Yeah.
No poet's ever written about jellyfish and kidneys. It's great! Oh God, I think you might have the market sewn up there. It would be spiteful to put a jellyfish in a trifle.
Electric soft trade. Same way every day. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
Do you mean me or the listener?
The listener.
Sure.
Is it what? So they didn't like? So they want good music, they see?
Apparently, Rick, they would prefer good music to
They want good music, do they? Are you sure they want good music?
They appear to want good music, Rick. Why? Hang on,
Right.
wait a minute, what are you thinking?
I'm going to think of playing a really good record next.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
No. They've wound me up now. They want good music. They don't want, right, so I will do a little deal with them.
Okay.
I will play them a fantastic piece of music,
as long as they promise to turn the stereo up to number 10.
Wee. What about the neighbours, Rick? Think about the neighbours.
What, you think they'll annoy the neighbours?
They may
Steve, maybe I want them to annoy the neighbours.
Wait a minute.
What?
Rick, you know what that was?
What?
It's the sound of the rule book being torn up.
Yes! Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, you think I'm playing with fire?
It sounds like it.
Maybe I like getting burned.
Oh, careful, Rick, careful. Because you could scold your hands, but what about your elbows? Which one do you want that meant? Which one do you want that meant? I didn't really think that through.
This is a great piece of music by one of the greatest bands ever. Okay, it's one of their best songs.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, it is long.
It's a long tune.
Well, you know what?
What, you can't handle
What? You can't. You don't want 8 minutes of
you
The
don't want
Who.
8 minutes of cracking music?
Yeah, listen to
Please
this.
switch off your radio.
No, seriously, turn the radio up.
Crank
it up. Go.
Rock it up.
Could I just say also that I do not advocate the use of vices on friends' heads. It's dangerous. Do not squeeze your mate's head in a vice. That's just between me and Carl, and you know. And
Gervais is an experienced annoyer.
And he probably wouldn't let me do it, to be honest. I have to offer him an awful lot of money. Also, do not smoke. There's no point. And floss. I wish I'd flossed when I was a kid. Also, if you've got a bicycle or anything like that for Christmas, please wear the correct safety gear.
Whoa.
What?
Well, I got a bike as a kid.
Yeah.
Right? And my dad, you know, I think the helmets used to come with them and what have you. I popped it on, went out on my bike, coming back into the garden. Dad sees me. He said, "Come here." I said, "What?" He said, "I never want to see you wearing that helmet again. You look ridiculous."
Oh, wow. He'd rather take the risk.
No one looks good in them though, do they?
Yes, they do. Wear the helmet.